I'm standing under 5,000 balloons to prove one simple point, but we'll get to that in a moment. Did you know that many of the innovations that we use and that make our lives better wouldn't have been possible because of public policy 40 years ago? Government-funded research never made it to market because there was no pathway to license these ideas. R&D financed with government funding was destined to sit on some government shelf to never see the light of day. Not only were these innovations lost to the public, but they were also a colossal waste of money. Innovations across the country were happening, but they were all stuck in the system. They were stuck in government bureaucracy like these 5,000 balloons above me. Government innovations weren't being commercialized. They weren't making lives better, and they weren't growing the economy. Government-funded R&D was being wasted. Fortunately, Senators Bayh and Dole were able to come together to put an end to this issue, passing what is now called the Bayh Dole Act and celebrated as one of the most important policy achievements in the last 40 years. The Bayh Dole Act freed these ideas from the constraints of government and provided a pathway for the private sector to commercialize these innovations, as well as an additional funding source since research universities were now able to license their innovations, thus leading to even more innovations. Everything from algorithms that started Google to gene therapy, quantum computing, nicotine patches, online learning portals, high-definition televisions, artificial lungs, and satellite imaging technology, to just name a few, were developed because of Bayh Dole. But the Biden administration has proposed a new framework that would roll back 40 years of success and take a weed eater to these ideas, putting American innovation back into the slow lane, while also reinstating wasteful government spending on government R&D that isn't going anyplace. The administration's proposal suggests that the price at which a product is offered is subject to the federal government's approval, and if the government isn't happy with the price, they can march in and take the product away from whoever is commercializing it and give it to someone else who would sell it, or at least promise to sell it, at a lower price. The proposal applies to every technology that's been developed with any federal dollars, so computers, semiconductors, materials sciences, new drugs, you name it. It's a risky and expensive business to take early stage and university technologies and develop them for the real world. Adding more risk means that fewer entrepreneurs and fewer investors are going to take that risk, because if they are successful, the government is likely to threaten marching in, and if they aren't successful, then the liability is all on the entrepreneur and their investors. It's an awful idea. Let's keep the ideas coming and keep the innovation party going.